All right, Rima just dropped a new video talking about Bow the Whale and her history. Also, we are watching it live in the premiere. So, whenever she does drop these videos, she has a premiere and she has a watch along in the Discord. So, check out in the link in the description. In her description, there's going to be a Discord. So, go ahead, join her Discord and watch the watch alongs. But let's go ahead and check out the history of Bow the Whale.
One of the most popular indie VTubers out there. Someone with a ton of cake, entertaining content, or even for her incredible singing skills. And you'd be right about all of those things. But Bao is also someone who's had to overcome a lot of bumps in the road to get to where she is today. So buckle up, my little dumplings, because today we're diving deep into the story of Bao the Whale. Before enchanting audiences as the VTuber Bao, she was known as Hikaru Station, a Nutaite singer who
Hikaru
first
Station.
charmed listeners
Okay.
with acoustic covers on Instagram as early as January 2015. Hikaru's musical journey continued on YouTube starting in March 2015, where her English adaptation of Vocaloid and anime songs, often accompanied by her own guitar arrangements, garnered a devoted following. Her talent and dedication even led her most popular cover, an English rendition of My R, to surpass 20 million views by December 2023. Then, on October 31st, 2020, she embarked on a new chapter, debuting as the VTuber Bao and bringing her powerful vocals and engaging presence to the VTuber scene. Bao's VTuber debut on October 31st, 2020 was a smashing success, where she sang songs, revealed her lore video, and released the cover of Doja Cat's song Say So.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
word. I
the
didn't know she
initial
did that.
excitement surrounding her debut was dampened when she discovered a contractual clause taking a hefty 20% cut of her revenue on top of YouTube's 30% share by her YouTube agency, leaving
Yeah.
her with a mere 50% of her earnings. Despite this setback, Bao quickly established herself as a prominent indie talent, amassing over 200,000 followers on Twitch by February 2022. Fans flocked to her streams, drawn in by her powerful vocals honed from years as the Utaiti singer and her genuinely kind personality. Bao celebrated reaching 300,000 followers on Twitch by June 2022, quickly
Oh,
followed
yeah.
by the debut of her Bilibili channel in July. Bao continued to charm audiences with her unique blend of talent and unhinged humor.
How did I feel reading those tweets? Warm, aroused, comforted, and very loved. Arthur said, "Thank you to everyone who has shown the love and horniness for Blythe."
Huh? I didn't read that,
Everyone who has
but
shown the
oh,
love
wow.
and horniness for
That's
Blythe.
that's wild. Blythe's the
My
wolf boy
fucking
from
tweet, yo!
Elden Ring.
No,
Oh,
that's my fucking tweet!
oh, great. Oh, great. You made it.
What? I just... Oh my god, please.
Her content became progressively wilder as she embraced her chaotic side, even debuting a princess and yandere form. Ara ara, things are getting pretty spicy here. By November 2022, she achieved another milestone, reaching 500k subscribers on YouTube, a testament to her growing popularity. She collabed frequently with other popular YouTubers such as Shy Lily and Akuma Nimune, with whom she co-hosts the Bikini Bottoms podcast, as well as Vienna. In September 2022, she unveiled a summer lemon bow model, complete with new lore, and embarked on her first uncapped subathon.
I'm not gonna lie. I never knew Bao had legs, bro. I never seen Bao like that. I always thought it was just her and then a whale tail, like Shy Lily. I thought it was literally like the same thing. I never seen her with legs until now.
2022,
That's
she
crazy.
unveiled a summer lemon bow model.
I can't be the only
complete
one
with
that didn't
new
know she didn't
lore
have,
and
or she
embarked
does
on
have
her
legs.
first uncapped subathon.
What?
She continued to bless fans with her musical talent, releasing original songs like Citrus Love and Love Me Not. And yes, she reached 500,000 followers on Twitch as well, solidifying her status as an internet icon. From her alleged head dent, perhaps the result of one too many epic gamer moments.
That brain rot,
do
man.
I have a head dent too? To her army thirst and the invention of the infamous Bao Berry. Don't ask, just trust me on this one. Bao's journey has been anything but predictable. But as we'll soon uncover, her unfiltered personality and willingness to trust would attract not only devoted fans, but those eager to exploit her good nature for their own gain. In May 2023, in a heartbreaking stream, Bao revealed a disheartening truth. The animation studio she hired for a music video had taken her $34,000 without delivering, leaving her dreams of a beautiful animation in pieces.
To summarize the beginning of my stream, I lost all of my subathon money. It was going towards animated music videos for my original songs. The studio in question has refunded me exactly $20 to date. This is how much they owe me. 10 plus duck bank transfers later, I've received nothing. You promised you'd pay me back and that you weren't stringing me along. You kicked my staff out of all our group chats anytime we tried to negotiate with you. You blocked my lawyer. Where is our money? At James Studio Cell.
Yo, Crystal really going in with this voice acting, huh?
As whispers spread, it became clear
Getting in the
this
character.
wasn't an isolated incident.
I can attest to this. I worked with them too and only got my refund back when I pushed PayPal for a dispute. Almost was robbed of $3K. Just finished stream and I'm too tired to write out a whole spiel. TLDR, my lore video's deadline was delayed to oblivion, still missing assets, and overall experience was excruciatingly awful. Link to my video. I'll comment more once I wake up if needed.
The seemingly reputable studio head had been methodically scamming numerous.
Were they scamming all these people all at the same time? I'm just confused how people kept, running into these people. I feel like word of mouth would have, before Bao's situation even had happened, I feel like more people should have been like, hey, yeah, they screwed me over, or been more vocal it, because Bao and Oni, they're cool. I don't know about the other two people, but yeah.
Indie VTubers,
Or maybe it just
out
didn't
of
get around in
significant
time. I don't know.
sums, totaling over $100,000. His tactics were as cunning as they were heartless. He'd boast about his impressive resume, name-dropping past work at reputable anime studios and projects with big-name VTubers to build a facade of legitimacy. After reeling in a client, often under the guise of collaboration or friendship, the project would inevitably descend into chaos, a nightmarish abyss of broken promises and missed deadlines. Artists would be left unpaid, overworked, and scrambling for answers. Their bank accounts thinner than my patience for, well, let's just say I've got a lot of patience for those late-night existential spirals. But not for James. The inner workings of this alleged studio were shrouded in a fog of confusion, leaving many to wonder what truly transpired behind those closed doors. And as for the unfinished projects and unpaid invoices piled up, this conman would continue to solicit new clients, his pocket growing heavier as their dreams withered on the vine. The internet responded with a collective gasp, the sound of countless of fans outraged by the news that affected so many of their favorite content creators. VTubers like Vienna, Girl DM, Captain
23K
Hana,
is
Sarai,
wild.
Nemu, and Giga took to Twitter, their keyboards ablaze with righteous fury. Each
Their
tweet
keyboards
a virtual slap
ablaze.
in the face of this shady studio owner.
Some
Wow,
background.
what a
James
sentence.
Wick is someone who was employed by a legitimate animation studio and had worked to complete legitimate projects before, both under
Okay.
Tonari and Studio Cell, his new project. Studio Cell unfortunately went under due to many of his employees not being paid on time, or at all. My project was cancelled
Well,
due to
shit.
everyone leaving the studio. With all this going on, he still tried to convince others he could take more work and continue to gather more animators and more clients, making many pay up front. This is how everyone got here. I will let the other girls tell their side and explain more, but what he did was not right at all. The girls are asking for their refunds, not due to an issue of quality of work, but that it was physically impossible. His studio fell apart, no one was getting paid. He won't refund people for projects that had not even started. Where did the money go? People think that he is an animator from our
Drugs.
tweets. He is not. He is the one managing teams of animators and coordinating production. I mentioned the studio falling apart due to people not getting paid. That's him not paying them. He also owes clients refunds for work that he did. Even if you managed to get your money back, our projects were ruined. Deadlines ruined. Plans ruined. Be careful out there, guys.
Back in March, I worked with Studio Cell for my lore video. I was promised a about 1.5 minute video for this amount. I pulled out of the project after I heard from the other ladies that he's not who he said he was. He's a compulsive liar, a thief, and a spineless, despicable worm. As you can see in photo
Well,
3, he
damn.
tries to buy his time until PayPal cannot protect me anymore, but I wasn't letting that happen. The only reason I got my refund back was I was lucky enough to be warned by everyone that there was no lore video going to be delivered to me. I let him know his time was up and my patience had been consumed, so I was still in the time frame of PayPal to start a dispute. You deleted your DMs, but I still have them. So I ask you as well, James, where's their money? I would tag you, but you seem to have deleted your Twitter. Oopsie. @JamesStudioCell. Everyone, please stay safe when working with people for your assets, especially ones that are costly. I was under the impression this whole time that he was a reputable source since he was recommended through trustworthy friends, and I should have done my due diligence. Be careful. Snakes are
So this is the part I'm confused about. Trustworthy friends recommended this guy. So I'm guessing this was like back when he was still doing good things. But before Captain Hannah was involved, he had already screwed over a couple people. So that's where it's where is the miscommunication? Of course, like, yeah, you didn't do your due diligence, right? Yeah, like, of course. But still, it's like, I feel like this guy should have been had a bad rep.
in the grass.
Even news outlets like the Xerdo and Vtuber News Drop picked up the story, amplifying the call for justice. Karma's a bitch, honey, and she's coming for you. James Sell, the studio owner, then decided to practically attempt to defend himself with a 35-page Google Doc. Sweetie, even my most elaborate philosophical ramblings on VTuber don't reach that level of veracity. In that
I gotta
doc,
hear
he
these
crafted
philosophical
a narrative
ramblings.
of ambition, mismanagement, and personal hardships. He painted a picture of Studio Cell chaotic beginnings, where a passionate team, disillusioned with their previous employer, aimed high only to be crippled by internal disputes, broken NDAs, and his own struggles to establish a stable payment system. This initial misstep, he claimed, snowballed into a cascade of missed deadlines, unmet expectation, and strained client relationships. He addressed some of the accusations head-on, starting with the most high-profile case, Bao. He claimed her project, a music video collaboration, was plagued with a frustrating series of miscommunication and scheduling conflicts. The initial concept, he stated, was scrapped due to delays in receiving lyrics, forcing a complete restart. Wix admitted to a payment error involving a double deposit through PayPal, which he claimed he attempted to refund unsuccessfully. The remaining funds, he explained, were applied as a credit to the project, a decision he insisted was coordinated with Bao's accountant. However, weeks of radio silence from Bao, coupled with his own escalating mental health struggles and the implosion of Studio Cell, led him to abandon the project, leaving Bao with no music video and a hefty financial loss. Wix then moved on to the allegations surrounding Saraway's project, acknowledging delays and conflicts but maintaining that all artists involved were ultimately paid. He detailed the challenges of meeting Saraway's rushed deadlines, the conflict with directors, and the constant cycling of artists in and out of the project. He highlighted Saraway's own significant financial contribution of $8,000 to ensure the project's completion, insisting she was aware of all payments and artist cuts through the production. Wix attempted to distance himself from accusation related to Connect VT, his separate venture focused on connecting VTubers with artists and other talents. He claimed Connect VT was financially independent from Studio Cell, with funds held in a separate bank account. He then addressed his involvement in SawaCon, a small anime convention, attributing its struggle to unforeseen circumstances like the demolition of their initial venue and the unexpected departure of a key hotel liaison. He vehemently defended his relationship with SawaCon staff, emphasizing their collaborative spirit and personal connection. He concluded by vowing to address further accusations, including allegations of employing spies within other VTuber agencies, network abuse, and
hell?
additional unpaid commission in a future statement. However,
I ain't gonna lie, it sounds like that one guy, he got his own shit going on, bro. Like, he needs a video dedicated to him. Bro, he got a whole mess of stuff.
despite his detailed account, a
That's
palpable
insane.
sense of skepticism lingered. Many were
He's got way
unconvinced by
too
his
much on his plate.
explanations, pointing to inconsistencies in his timeline, conflicting statement, and a lack of concrete evidence to support his claim.
He mentioned me here as if he did no wrongdoing. His actions directly led to everyone on the team to exit my project and the studio. He doesn't realize that it's not just squared away because I got refunded like everyone should be. I had to spend more than triple the amount to get new assets to replace them in the tiny amount of time before my deadline and still did not make the cut. It is impossible to replace a project like that with just a few months' time. I was literally just lucky that one of the animators that knew what happened felt pity for me and put together a team that could do it. Even in your best case scenario, you fucked me over royally, cost me triple the amount, and gave me an aneurysm right before my debut.
Since you've decided to include me even though I've been keeping things private, I was working with James from October 2022 to work on animations and assets for my 3rd anniversary. On April 13th, 2023, I was informed that everything was dropped. My anniversary was planned for May 7th.
All this effort in typing all this when you could have spent this time cashing out the money you still owe.
Damn, I step away for a few days from being
Bro, they
sick
are
and it looks like
slaughtering
things
this
kinda
guy.
exploded. I'm tweeting from my bed right now because I can't sleep, but I guess I'll post about the animation stuff then. Also, yeah, no, he definitely has never contacted me regarding a refund.
The internet, ever hungry for justice, awaited his next statement with a bated breath. Unfortunately, that statement never came. And in a small victory for those who had been wrong, Bao, armed with the power of PayPal disputes, managed to at least claw back $15,000 of her hard-earned money.
I won 2 PayPal cases. I'm getting 15K of my money back. It's not all of the money, but it is something.
Bao's success has always resonated deeply within the Vietnamese community. As a
Okay,
VTuber of
yeah,
Vietnamese
let's talk
descent,
about
she
this.
became
There was a whole bunch of mess about her singing a song in Vietnamese and she messed it up or something like that. I really want to know what happened to the story.
a symbol of pride and inspiration, a testament to achieving dreams on the global stage. Dedicated Vietnamese translators helped amplify her reach, sharing clips of her streams and tweets that garnered millions of views. It's fair to say that she had a sizable
the Vietnamese
fan
community.
base in her audience. Her warm interaction with Vietnamese fans, particularly when she sprinkled her streams and tweets with Vietnamese phrases, solidified her connection with this passionate community. Her appearance as a guest of the 2022 Ani Ani Festival further cemented her status as a beloved figure. But this harmonious relationship shattered during the Lunar New Year of 2023. Bao, in a seemingly innocuous tweet, wished her followers a happy Chinese New Year, instead of acknowledging the Vietnamese New Year, Tet. This cultural misstep, seemingly minor on the surface, ignited a firestorm of controversy. Decades of historical tensions between China and Vietnam simmering beneath the surface erupted. Bao's Vietnamese fans, feeling betrayed and disregarded, transformed into a relentless force of opposition. They mocked, they harassed, and branded her as a traitor. The situation worsened when Bao, in another ill-advised tweet, declared she'd never record another Vietnamese song if her latest cover didn't pop up. This sparked a fresh wave of outrage, those nationalist sentiments turning her words into an affront to their cultural pride. Even Shoto, another indie VTuber who had made a similar New Year's blunder, became collateral damage, caught in the crossfire of their anger. Months of relentless harassment took their toll. Bao, her mental health battered by the increasing onslaught, retreated from Twitter, handing the reins of her accounts to her manager in a desperate bid to reclaim a semblance of peace. Now you might think, phew, at least she's safe now, the storm has passed, but honey, you'd be wrong. This was merely the first act in a saga of betrayal, exploitation, and the dark side of online fame.
I told my manager, Miss Manager, I can't do this anymore. my mental is in the shitter. My mental is in the shitter.
I remember this video.
And I think Twitter is going to explode anyways. It's definitely imploding.
Indeed, the respite proved short-lived, as Bao's trust was once again shattered, this time by this figure that she trusted, that she had believed to be an ally, her manager. The very person she had entrusted with her Twitter account turned out to be a conniving, dare I say it, entrepreneur with a penchant for exploiting those sweet VTuber profits. This manager, also owner of a merch company called Copium Merch, honestly, the name alone should have been a red flag, used Bao's clout to secure lucrative
Well, a big red flag was you're going to hire a manager and they're not solely dedicated to managing you. they're also splitting their mind between their own personal business, which is merchandise, right? You're very popular. They manage for you. You know, they're probably going to try and use your name into getting some more sales on their own website. So yeah, you definitely got to be careful who you're hiring.
Merch deals with other prominent VTubers. However, the orders went unfulfilled, and the deadlines dissolved in a haze of excuses, and Bao, along with her fellow VTubers, was left holding the bag. Literally, and an army of irate fans demanded their dakimakuras. Oof, that's the kind of PR nightmare that would make me reach for the emergency sake stash real quick. Bao, in a candid Twitter thread, revealed the truth. Her manager had essentially ghosted her, leaving her to grapple with the fallout of this merch mayhem. What's worst is that Amali, Shoto, and Yuzu, also notable VTubers, had also fallen prey to this merch company's predatory practices.
Bro, what the hell is with VTubers and merch companies? And bro, there's a lot of companies just fucking over VTubers, huh?
Their stories
I gotta be
adding
careful,
further
man. Read these
fuel to the
contracts.
fire
Careful
of
who y'all
internet
messing with.
outrage. Thankfully, Vitramen, a ramen-based company, swooped in to salvage the situation,
Oh, nice.
rescuing Bao and her fellow VTubers from this merch-induced meltdown. They took over the inventory, those unsold merch.
Oh, yeah, no, they made the bag off of that one. Hell yeah, that's genius.
Finding their way
That
into
was
the
absolutely
loving arms
genius.
of patiently waiting fans and taking the time
Shout out to that
sort this
CEO.
mess
That-
to help all of these
Hell yeah,
VTubers.
that was-
But plot twist, this saga of merch isn't over. Copia Merch is still trying to rebrand to a new account to this
Oh,
day.
y'all better be careful.
Claiming new drops coming for 2024. Bao's journey continued, and a whole year after debuting her
Don't let them
playfully
erase their
plump
past.
Bao Berry model, controversy stuck again. Another indie creator by the name of Kenji debuted a similarly oversized model as a joke, sparking a wave of criticism. People also took issue with both his model and Bao's Bao Berry model appearance and lyrics in her California Girl parody song, claiming they were demeaning to plus-sized individuals. The problem, Bao's model wasn't inspired by plus-size figures, but
it's
by
a
a
meme.
long-running inflation meme within her community. Now, if you don't know what inflation...
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of sounds like they're playing the victim. No, but Kenji's was obviously, you know, making fun of people, but it was more on the lines of like South Park. When South Park had their World of Warcraft episode, and like the best player in the server is an overweight guy with chip stains and stuff on his shirt, it's like, yeah, no duh, right? He plays MMOs all fucking day. He's the best in the server. He's most likely not taking care of himself physically, right? So, you know, Kenji's making the same type of joke. Oh, look at me. I'm overweight. I play stuff online all the time. Yeah, I mean, sure, you could say it's not a good joke, but it's still a joke nonetheless. I mean, you know, you gotta let things go sometimes, bro. Sometimes it's not that deep. For real, for real.
means
It's honestly
allow
not
me
that
to
deep.
ruin your day. Let's just say body inflation fetish involves expanding or pretending to expand certain body parts, often for a unique form of gratification.
Bowel bloat. Once you inflate my butt, you'll be farting with lust.
Bro, who let her cook?
California girls were so inflatable.
Inflation? Oh god.
Who let
that
her
word
cook?
is fucking destroyed for me now after all this inflation shit. God damn it, Bao. Bao, this is all your fault!
And often in very sussy ways. Here, Bao serenaded her friend Vienna with an inflation-themed rendition of Katy Perry's California Girls, a performance I'm sure Katy herself would find interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Growing up chub.
What the fuck?
California girls.
And in a stream with Toma, Bao cheerfully
Oh,
explained
hell.
the concept of inflation, showcasing fan-made artwork as well as AI-generated images of the infamous Bao Berry.
About inflation.
Right.
I feel like inflation's been really bad lately, though. I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, it's maybe because, you know, like a VTuber named Bao keeps like buying up all the models on the market and it's causing a lot of inflation. If you looked up Bao inflation, I think you could learn more.
Oh, Oh, okay. I'll make sure to do that in a little bit. Let me just bookmark that.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Bow inflation.
I think it could do you a little bit of good just doing some light studying in your free time.
Oh, I see. The first like 30 results are not. That's not right.
What's going on?
Got him.
Oh my god!
Clearly, this wasn't a malicious jab at the plus-size community, but rather a playful exploration of a niche meme embraced by her fans. However, the internet, ever the sensitive souls, often struggle with nuances. The accusations flew, the pitchforks were sharpened, and Bao found herself once again navigating the turbulent waters of online controversy. Thankfully, Bao's artist stepped in, offering a clear and concise explanation of the model's origins, which seemed to calm the storm and restore a sense of sanity to the situation. Thankfully, through all of these struggles, ups and downs, and controversies, Bao has managed to maintain a platform that is uplifting and positive. Her facecam cooking streams have been really a joy to follow. But
They're very
seriously, Bao needs to
successful. I
stop
wonder
turning
why.
around. I don't know what she's baking here, but she's got a whole ass bakery back there. What's also really great is that she seems to be surrounded by a truly supportive network of friends who always have her back. It's heartwarming to see, and Bao continued to thrive as one of the VTuber scene's biggest indie stars. And we can only hope she keeps on rocking the internet with her infectious positivity and awesome content for many years to come. Bao armed with the power of PayPal dispute, because even whales know how to wield the tools of capitalism, darling. I'm not gonna say that.
What?
Ara, things are getting pretty spicy. I don't like the way you said this last sentence.
I want to say this video was great, and I appreciate you, Rima, giving us the scoop when it came to the whole money issue and going deeper, not just talking about Bao situation, but everybody that got screwed over during that point in time. Also, good for letting us know that that same company that's screwing people over decided to try and do a rebrand. That's actually really good to let people be aware of that. On top of that, I also appreciate you explaining the Vietnamese issue and the Chinese New Year issue that happened during that time as well. Great video. I hope Bao checks it out. I think it'd be dope. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Bye bye.